And welcome in to Bedford High School here in Bedford, New Hampshire, as we are set to witness the Bedford Bulldogs taking on the visiting Salem Blue Devils. My name's Corey Munster Tiger here with BCTV. I also have Jay Abendroff in the booth with me this afternoon. Jay, welcome in.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Two solid teams coming in. Of course, Bedford has had a pretty successful season so far. They come in with a record of 6-2. Whereas the Blue Devils come in at 2-4. They've had a little bit of a struggle, but they have won their last two games. They're looking to keep that streak going here as they visit Bedford. Athleticism high. The Blue Devils are a somewhat young team. We've heard a couple of freshmen, a couple of sophomores starting for them this afternoon. Should be interesting to see how they handle the Division I level here. And we're excited to see the Bulldogs. Again, they're on a 4-game win streak after those two tough losses to Exeter, then Bishop Girton. They've gone on to beat Hollis Brookline, kind of expected as a Division II school, but then Nashua North, Manchester Central and Memorial combined team, and then Londonderry was a big win for them last Friday, 4-3. Not sure if you had a chance to watch that game on Friday, but I heard, as indicated by the score, it was quite a defensive struggle.
Yeah, absolutely, Corey. I know Coach Bordeaux is extremely excited, given they had broken a streak of losses in the past years to Londonderry. So my son Trevor came home all hyped about the win. But yeah, I think it's been a little bit of a, we've seen what the top teams can do. We've also seen what this Bedford team can do. So today I think it's about what can they focus on and improving, so that come the end of the year playoff time, they're getting better and they're ready to go.
As you mentioned, I think the last time the Bulldogs beat Londonderry was in 2017, if I recall correctly from their social media post. So it had been quite a while, and I did talk to Coach Bordeaux briefly before the start of the game. He mentioned that game was determined on the ground. Hustle plays, picking up ground balls, and 50-50 opportunities. The Bulldogs came out on top with that one. We're set to go. The face-off's going. 12 minutes on the clock, and the Bulldogs come away with the opening face-off as Roberto pulls it back. Toscano's there for the ground ball. He touches it in, and they'll set up with their offensive teammates coming on. Griffin will sub through the midfield as Nick Hadley, the long-stick midfielder, will trot off far side. This is a change I've liked to see this year as they're using the midfield line to substitute through. It's a bit more sophisticated scheme, getting their midfielders on, and now they had it. They had the 6-on-5 with the trailing Salem defender, but they missed the pass and turn it over.
Yeah, you're right, Corey. That midfield subbing allows you to trap offensive or face-off players on the defensive end while you can sub out. Really gives you some mismatches that you can exploit.
They had it there. They even had the numbers, but just missed the pass through the midfield. Here, Atkins will touch it in for Salem, and they'll get into their 6-on-6 offense. Good stick there by Henrishon. Gets the ball on the turf. Spencer Henrishon, the big junior defenseman. Trail check there by Kerr. Can't quite get it off. A little ward is there by Brennan Chain. He'll turn it over. And then he probably chirped and got the flag, so he'll go off into the sin bin and feel shame.
Yeah, I think he, instead of dropping the ball, that's a huge point of emphasis for these refs. You get called for something, drop the ball. I think he tossed it a little bit behind his back, and that's what got him in the sin bin.
So off he goes. The Bulldogs will come on with their extra man offense. Have the first man-up opportunity of the afternoon, not 2 minutes into this game.
Yeah, I want to see him, Corey, on this extra man, get the ball out of their stick and move it around. That's when they really have excelled on offense, created chances with the ball moving faster than the feet.
Keep that ball moving, keep it hot. As we like to say, Griffin here with an open time and space pings the outside of that right post. Had some breathing room, pulled the trigger quickly, just put it a little outside, and Post Malone makes an early appearance here at Bedford High School. Penalty is up, 6-on-6. Has resumed Aldo to Kaliza near side. Toscano drives hard righty. Runs through the check, fires. Too far left. Backed up by Daldo behind.
Let's go, get on his hands, Dan!
Daldo getting the start today.
Yeah, I think he might have gone in because of the man-up opportunity. They had Kaliza, Purnell, and Poole that were identified as starters.
I gotcha.
Good save here by Schoenrock for Salem. Gets chased down from behind. The Bulldogs are riding hard deep in that far corner. Pass up through the midfield on the turf, right to Caden Leahy. And Chain will slow it down. Felt like he didn't have the numbers. Kerr heavy on the hands there. Jeremy Poirier.
Yeah, Bedford's really looking to extend here. Maybe they're settling a little bit, but perhaps the first quarter jitters, getting a little excitement out.
Good push there during the throwing motion by Griffin. Gets that ball to sail wide. Turnover Salem, and the Bulldogs will clear. Early going here in the first quarter, 9 minutes left. Still scoreless. Here's Brody Helton into the offensive end.
Yeah, and going back on defense, you like to see him extend, but sometimes if you do it too much, you're actually going to create opportunities that weren't there for the offense just by, making good plays. So I want to see if they can control that moving forward.
They extend that defense, it leaves them open. The help is not nearly as close, and that one slide and two slide aren't able to do anything because their defense is so spread out. Nice move here by Poole, jams the crease, and it's not open. Got free to make the feed, but Purnell had two men draped on him. Now Purnell to Brody Helton. Wide left. One save early, but a lot of these shots have not hit the cage by Bedford early on. Purnell slips here and turns it over.
Yeah, good defense. He had a short stick, saw the opportunity, but unfortunately slipped before he was able to make his move.
This is Danny Hughes bringing it up through the midfield. Good check here by Helton. Pops the ball out. Great shoulder-to-shoulder physical contact there by Helton. I've seen that all season. He's a beast in the midfield.
Yeah,
Purnell spins away.
Kept his head up. Good play.
Kuliza finishes. First goal for the Bulldogs. Kuliza from Purnell.
Good handle by Purnell, too. He got the pass from Helton, a little bit of a bounce pass, maybe into traffic, but definitely spun away, found Kuliza. Really nice finish.
Was good. Good fielding of that GB. Little spin move to get space, and then they had a 3-on-2. Kuliza finishes. So we go to the face-off, 7:41 left in the first quarter. The Bulldogs up 1-0. Procedure on Salem, so the Bulldogs will pick that up. Roberto will step it in. Pops it far side to Poole. And now Kuliza behind.
Yeah, let's see what they can do. Winning the face-off, kind of make it, take it, being able to get the possession again. This is where you can really change the momentum of a game. A couple of these good offensive possessions in a row can get you off to a great start.
Nice little move by Matthews. Can't hit the cage, though. Little stutter step, slipped the player, and misses the cage. Purnell runs through a check, hits the crossbar. Bulldogs beating their men one-on-one here, getting opportunities, but only finished once on that unsettled situation.
Yeah, good ground ball, though, for Griffin. Kind of a 50-50 off of that post. Was able to settle it and keep in the offense.
I like the aggressiveness by Purnell on the dodge, too, getting high, getting his hands free. Just, unfortunately, a touch high. And Matthews here, a nice dodge. Purnell was a bit behind goal line extended, so didn't really have a shot. Wisely chose to pull it down. Toscano can't squeeze it here in the middle.
Yeah, I think they're trying more behind the goal, which I think, Corey, after watching them, is definitely a better way to ignite their offense and initiate it than from just a sweep from up top.
As we know, being defenders, both of us, that gets the defense's head spinning, right? Exactly. Having to look from behind, turn, look for cutters. It's much tougher for defenders, much tougher for goalies. Nice pick here by Henrichon. little sloppy here early going. Salem in the middle. And Sheridan's going to go on a push from behind. I'm not sure if they'll call a cross check or not, but right in the middle was Brennan Chain. Decided to try to go an over the head shot. Didn't quite have a lot of mustard on it, but Sheridan hit him right in the back, and he'll go in the box and feel shame. 5:45 left in the first quarter. 1-0 Bedford, but the Blue Devils are on the extra man opportunity.
It was a nice handle by Brendan Chain, getting the ball right in front of the crease, but kind of got jammed up a little bit. Ended up with his backside towards the goal and thought, why not? Take a shot over the head.
And that's that righty from the opposite side of the crease there. Trying to keep it in a strong hand. Shot here wide left. Fletcher sees it go behind. Blue Devils back there to back it up. Ryan Poirier. Up top to Luke Sacco. Excuse me, that's Bennett Atkins. Chain looks for the cutter from behind. Gets it back on the cut. Quickly saw a double team and then drops it. Riccio with the checks. Looks like we're going to pick up a slash. It's a loose ball. It should be blown dead, but they finally do call it. And I believe a Salem player will be sent off. Yeah, 1 minute slashing penalty. Looks like on 35, Riley O'Brien maybe?
Maybe.
Or Chain. Yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
Brennan
maybe
Chain, 21. So Chain with a wayward check.
I tell you, it was a good motion play from Salem. Got Bedford moving and rotating, and Bedford stuck with him, able to keep up, slide to the extra man and close off before that ground ball. Riccio almost got him out of the jam and did after drawing the penalty.
That's that athleticism by the Bulldogs, but here they make a silly mistake, turn it right over. Matthews looking for Griffin, missed the connection, and they waste the early part of this extra man opportunity. Let's see if their hustle can get it back in their possession. Schoenrock comes out of the cage, hits the midfielder right at midfield. That's Bennett Atkins. Quickly double teamed, but he moves it along. This is Henry Griffin. Griffin runs through a couple checks, but not all of them. Sheridan scoops it up on the backside. He'll show his speed to the near sideline. And now he's got a break. He's got numbers. Good choice, Kaliza. Now backside. Tries to throw it through some checks. Purnell pulls the trigger high. Daldo with the backup.
Yeah, really a wasted opportunity on a man up, just from a silly play, just not even under pressure.
Matthews misses the cage.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of the story of Bedford here. They got tons of talent. Sometimes those little plays can stop the momentum they've got going, simple passes and catches.
Tyler Daldo will bring it in from goalie's back right. Defended by Nick Antonetti. Up top, Matthews again. Gets to his right. Fires it behind. Purnell can't connect with Kaliza in the middle. Another turnover for the Bulldogs. Still 1-0, 3:47 left in the first quarter. The Bulldogs lead. They've had a lot of offensive time possession, but haven't put a lot on the scoreboard quite yet.
Yeah, I think they're really moving the ball well, moving their, the seams, the looks. But I tell you, Corey, a lot of these things it kills a coach because you just, the fundamentals. These are the things that make a good team better and a better team great, and that'll get on Coach Bordeaux. I think get on his nerves a little bit.
Good save here by Fletcher. Solid defense from Sheridan, and running through the crease was the Salem attackman, Caden Leahy. Or was that Ryan Tott? Was that one on that drive there? Either way.
Oh, yeah, someone.
Stepped it through the crease. And the Bulldogs are off here. Yeah, they're offside. And they do catch it. Spencer Henrishon went over. Nobody stayed back for him. And again, as you mentioned, those little things. Easy enough for a midfielder to stay back for him. and they didn't have the wherewithal to recognize the situation. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. The Bulldogs lead by 1 on an early goal from Derek Kuliza, assisted by Luke Purnell on that unsettled situation. We're back to 6-on-6 here.
Defense has been doing a pretty nice job keeping contained, maybe a little bit over-aggressive, but they've been able to come and collapse on the ball, get the ball on the ground. Let's see if they can do it again here. Oh.
He's going to go for a foul there. Henrishon gets a little too over-exuberant, and he'll get a push with possession. Good job by Logan Smith, keeping him off of his body and then maybe exaggerating it a little bit, getting the Oscar, but got the flag as well. So the Salem Blue Devils go back on the extra man opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes when you get those big guys battling the little guys, that's what happened. I was more of the little guy, unfortunately, Corey, so I know trying to sell that as an important part of your game.
Small in stature, but not in strength.
That's
so
right.
I'm not sure I'm buying that. 2:20 to go in the first quarter. The Blue Devils spin it around. Bulldogs getting aggressive on their man-down defense. I like to see that. Again, their athleticism, speed, strength, knowledge. Why not get out and put a little pressure on an attack that might think they can just spin it around the outside easily? Wait 2 or 3 passes and then jump the player. Riccio. Penalty is released. We see Soden trot in. Shot is outside. Some of the Salem parents thought it was a goal. Fletcher will pick it up and clear it out.
Yeah.
Into Soden's stick, and he's into transition. He's got numbers if he hustles.
There it is, another turnover, Corey.
I heard the sigh of disappointment.
No, it's sigh of understanding.
Yes, of course.
Observation.
Of course.
I'll tell you, though, that it was a nice man-down kill. This is where the pregame study helps because it's so important to make sure when the cutters are moving, you're man down, you either need to know you're going with them or passing them off, and the scouting is so important. So nice job from the Bulldogs on that man-down kill.
Good handle here by Jeremy Poirier. Sheridan. Good job keeping taut to the outside. Had his stick in the passing lane, but kept feet possession. Well done. Now Kerr will try to go heavy. This is Caden Leahy carrying. Bounce pass up top. Chain scores. Chain from Hannon will get the assist. And we're tied.
Yeah. In a pretty lopsided, what would seem lopsided from watching it, tied up game, and that's what happens, Those little mistakes can definitely let teams stick with you. But it was a nice job by Salem, number 21, Chain. I think that's his 5th shot from the right-hand side. This time he was able to take it to the bank.
So 1-1, 55 seconds to go in the first quarter. Back to the face-off circle. Roberto for the Bulldogs. Logan Smith for the Blue Devils. Roberto comes away with it.
Yeah, and Bedford needs a good, solid possession here. Take a little time off the clock. 39 seconds. Don't give it up. Get a good shot.
Helton here. Draws the long stick. Now runs through a check. Draws the double. Finds Kaliza in the middle, but Kaliza can't squeeze it. Riccio running stride for stride. Tries the trail check. Ooh, big hit right there by Sheridan. Popped him. Good for him for standing back up. Riley O'Brien took a solid hit. That ball's still loose right in the top side of the crease. And Riccio comes away with it. He'll plop it down in the crease for Fletcher, and he'll run out the first quarter, and we'll end the first quarter tied 1-1. Kaliza from Purnell early for the Bulldogs, answered by Brennan Chain from Hannon late in the quarter. And only 2 goals so far, despite a rather lopsided time of possession for the Bulldogs. Again, we welcome everybody in watching on BCTV HD 1072. BCTV's live channels and on-demand content are now easier to access at your fingertips than ever before. I hope you have this app. Do you have the app, Jay?
I have 2 phones, and the app is on both.
Perfect. Bedford Community Television is available for free download on Apple iOS and Android. Download the Bedford Community Television app from your app store today. Don't wait. Do it today. You can also check out more BHS sports action from Bedford Community TV on your Apple TV and Roku. You can watch on Amazon Fire TV via the Cablecast ScreenWeave app. Download the app to watch the next game live on the big screen. So a lot of different options for everybody out there to enjoy Bedford sports. They may be enjoying them more if the Bulldogs could jump out to a lead here. Tied 1-1 after 1. Couple of upcoming games for people out there if they're interested. The boys lacrosse team will take on Marblehead, Massachusetts, Wednesday, May 10th. That's 2 days from now. It is at Marblehead, and that will be broadcast courtesy of Marblehead Community Access Media. They will stream it to BCTV, so you can check that out. I believe they do have a commentator to provide a little bit of information on that game. That's Marblehead, Massachusetts, Wednesday, May 10th. The boys lacrosse team will be down there at 4:30 p.m. for face-off. Next Monday, we'll bring you the Exeter Blue Hawks game for the boys lacrosse team as the Blue Hawks visit at 6:45 p.m. next Monday night, the 15th. We'll broadcast the baseball game Wednesday, the 17th, as the Wyndham Jaguars are in town, 4:15 first pitch. Softball next Thursday, May 18th. They'll take on Manchester Central Memorial Combined Team at 4. And then girls lacrosse, Friday, May 26th, the big one. Newburyport, Massachusetts comes to town at 6:30 p.m. We start the second quarter. Another face-off win for Roberto and the Bulldogs. 12 minutes back on the board. Bulldogs will look to dominate possession and hopefully get some shots on cage. Only one save that I recall from Schoenrock. That was early on. Otherwise, the Bulldogs haven't really been hitting the cage.
No, it's great to see them winning all the face-offs. I think they're 100% here, but they definitely have to find some connections on offense. I'll tell you too, Corey, they're lucky they're starting the second half even strength. Sheridan had a hit. It was a nice hit, kept his head up to his credit, but it could have been different if he maybe dropped the shoulder or dropped the head a little bit. So lucky a little bit there, I think.
Great physical play by Sheridan. I've seen that several times this season, and again, you're right. That very easily could have been called for an unnecessary roughness, but they let him play, and they start even up. Salem comes away with it. They'll get called with a loose ball hold. So the Bulldogs pick it up. They're ready to go. A minute into the second quarter, 1-1 is your score. Nice dodge from Toscano the last time, but his shot went low and right of the cage. Poole makes a nice dodge here. Lefty can't get it in the frame. Misses short side. Kaliza backs it up.
Good individual effort. Real nice dodge. Came in lefty. Just unfortunately couldn't bring it home with a shot.
Making good aggressive moves one-on-one. They're getting time. They're getting space, but they need to hit the cage. Purnell behind. Again, runs through a check. Gets top side. Misses high.
Yeah, I wonder. Maybe they're suffering from all the rain out here. The sticks are a little bit out of caliber because a lot of sloppy shots.
Don't make excuses for him here.
That's right.
Just hit the cage, boys. Toscano drives righty, feeds the middle. Finally, there you go. Toscano to Matthews. Matthews finishes in the crease.
Yeah, very nice. Definitely, started with a ground ball, picked up, and then the movement, the cutting from Matthews was there, wide open in the middle. That's what you got to do sometimes when the shots aren't falling. Just move the ball a bit more and get closer. Take the easy shots.
He had two Bulldogs right in the area. Matthews picked it clean, finished nicely, but Kaliza was right there as well. Looked like he might have had the opportunity if Matthews hadn't made that cut. 2-1. 10-10 left here in the first half. Bulldogs lead. Roberto back to the face-off. They're going to call procedure. I believe Roberto stepped on one of the Salem Blue Devils sticks. So the Blue Devils will come out with possession here. Helton trying to work over Atkins. Atkins swims him. Gets a step, little trail check. Shot is wide.
Yeah, really nice aggressive defense, was on the hands, but that's kind of what we're talking about, Corey. If you do it too much, you create an opportunity where Helton kind of opened the door for the Salem player to go right to the goal and needed a slide to get the help.
Chase the stick too much, your feet get out of position. Potentially give up that opportunity. Roberto here now. Good D. Keeps Atkins out of that dangerous area. Chain here, save Fletcher. Fletcher calm. Low stick side, wasn't too hard of a save for him. And gets it through midfield. This is Master de Casa. Nice check here by Salem. They get the ball going back their way. Good stick, Sheridan. Right in the passing lane, batted it out of the air, and gets it up for Helton. Helton, if he scoops, he's got numbers. Still has it. Flips it wide. Kaliza wasn't ready. And the Bulldogs turn it over.
Yeah. It was, good movement. I would say that all up until that drop pass in the at the midfield, really some nice help defense by the Bedford Bulldogs. Really playing some solid team game. Got to clean it up. I don't know how many times we can say that, Corey, right?
Absolutely.
I like it, though. They're playing hard, that's for sure.
Scrappy, right?
Yeah, and defense is really holding down. To be one goal in this type of game with a lot of offensive possessions not going your way, defense has got a lot of credit.
Sheridan working hard on the defensive end on Ryan Tott. Now Henrishon will try to beef up with Chain. Runs off a few picks. Great check here by Sheridan, ties up Tott. Now behind, this is Leahy. Kerr trying to get that ball on the turf, throwing a bevy of checks. Moving pick is called. Logan Smith moving his feet, so the Bulldogs will get the ball.
Yeah, again, nice team defense, passing off on a pick. Much like in basketball, we call out a screen left and right and then help your teammate. It was really a good defensive stand, got them the ball back.
Helton is gassed, makes a mental error. That was going to be an over and back. Toscano wasn't ready for it, and now they call the over and back. That's just a freshman mistake right there. Helton was gassed and needed to get rid of the ball and get off. He passed to Toscano, who was not over midfield, so it was an over and back either way. 7:30 to go in the first half. I was about to say first quarter. 2-1 Bedford leads in a somewhat sloppy first half so far.
Yeah, and this is where the seniors start to come out, a little bit of that experience, want to get into their stick, let them calm it down, especially on offense. Calm it down, get a good possession, burn a little clock, and get a good shot.
Good job by Salem here, keeping some possession. But Hadley comes up with a nice little wrap check. He's off to the races. He's looking to shoot now. Save. Schoenrock, low offside, was able to match Hadley. And now the Blue Devils are running it back the other way. Great hustle by Luke Sy to get back, but takes himself out of the play. And Tott gets stoned. Fletcher meets him up high, matches stick beautifully. A little bit of a track meet right now. Fletcher's just walking out, has plenty of room. And Matthews misses the shot. Fletcher, wow, what a save. Scrambling to get back into his crease. Was able to make a save.
Yeah, I think that pass went off of Matthews' knee. Bounced back. Yeah, it was a flurry of activity there. The goalie was able to jump back in, save Bedford from disaster. A couple nice saves.
Yeah, a couple of times there. Poole here looking for a pick from Purnell. We've seen they've been able to run through some of these one-on-one defensive matchups here. Toscano gets it high. Now Griffin. Will go righty sweep dodge. Gets checked a couple times. Good job by the Salem defender. That was Jeremy Poirier. Matthews. Now Toscano. Matthews was falling down there. Did a good job just to move it on to his teammate. Now Toscano has a step. Shot beans off a defender. Hughes was coming on the slide. Probably ate that one off a glove.
Yeah, credit to Salem, though. They're sticking with Bedford's athleticism and eating a lot of shots. There's another one off of DK's stick.
Kaliza caught it on the crease, tried to turn. Fire a worm burner, and it caught a defender off the leg.
Must be a few hockey players in here, right?
I would guess. Griffin saved Schoenrock. Kaliza tried to bat it in like a tennis player, but Pete Sampras was not successful. And now the Blue Devils clear it out. Good hustle here, but checked. And now Toscano has numbers. If he pushes up and his pass behind Kaliza, he's got to take several more steps, make that an easier pass. Turnover Bulldogs, 4:29 to go in the first half. They lead by 2-1.
Yeah, he absolutely had Kaliza open, streaking to the net, but it had to be a pinpoint pass that he wasn't able to pull off.
Salem takes a timeout. That pinpoint pass was not quite pinpoint. It goes wayward, and the Blue Devils will clear it out.
Good up and down game, though. Tell you, if you're a fan of lacrosse, you got to like this. Maybe you got to like it a little sloppy Joe, but that's okay. It's a good game.
Sure is, sure is. Speaking of games, if you're looking where to find upcoming Bulldogs games, BCTV is a proud member of the New Hampshire Coalition for Community Media, which offers a New Hampshire high school sports broadcast schedule listing games from all across the state. Our peers in other communities may be covering your away games live on their channels and live streams. Find Bedford Bulldogs game coverage and more at nhccm.org/network. Also, the Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club's always looking for new members and volunteers to help support the Bedford High School athletic programs. The Booster Club meets in the BHS Media Center at 7 p.m. on the first Wednesday of every month. Visit bbabc.net to learn more about how you can help or request more information. I know they've started the Friends of Bedford Lacrosse. That's been a nice little boost to the lacrosse program, encouraging participation from the high school teams in concert with the Bedford Cannons, the youth program in town. It's been a nice connection to see.
Yeah, it's really, as the game spreads, the teams and the towns that really have the benefit and the advantage are the ones that start early and integrate into the community. And Friends of Bedford have started to do create a little bit of that culture here. Not that it wasn't here, but really fast forward it. So credit to them for what they're doing.
It really creates that program feel, right? Instead of teams and a sport. Coach Bordeaux's done a great job of getting out in the community, talking to the youth kids. They were around for the post-game tailgate pizza party a couple games ago. I believe they're going to do it again at an upcoming game. So really trying to make it a lacrosse community instead of just, a couple teams in town. Yeah,
and it's and Bedford's pretty far advanced in this. But in general, when you look at some of the highest functioning and the best teams, the passing, the catching, the foundations are set early, such that when you get in here, we see Bedford maybe struggling a bit on offense and trying to get in some plays. They have to also think about not only what play they're in, but the passing and catching, the simple things. So good to see Friends of Bedford helping our next generation.
Good to see the next generation. Good to see hustle on the ride here, too. The attackman got the ball on the ground. Riccio gets that ball going forward for the Bulldogs and now scoops up the ground ball. Great job by Riccio. Now you want to see him settle it down, as he does. Roberto, good choice not to jam the crease for Soden down low. Kaliza smartly will settle things down. This is Kevin Mastro de Casa.
We call it, sorry about that, we call that a Pele. Not only did Riccio get the kick, he also got the ground ball. So that's a Pele double.
Kaliza stoned on the doorstep. Schoenrock came up, match stick nicely. High to high usually doesn't go, and Schoenrock proves it again. Sheridan, though, hustling here. Cut off the attackman. comes away with the ground ball. Now Kerr.
Go get it, Blue. Ride him,
A
baby.
little sloppy on the transition, but Kerr makes a dodge. Gets some room. Now Soden will need to touch it in. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Bedford leads 2-1.
Yeah, on that last play by Sheridan, really nice extension, was able to get into the passing lane and create a turnover. You like to see that. That's where the extension of the team, the defense, really pays dividends in those mismatched or uneven situations. Can disrupt the passing game of the Salem team.
Looks like James Gaffney in at midfield getting some run. Tried to jam the crease. That pass gets batted. Gaffney picks up the ground ball. Gaffney gets a run, draws the double. Helton somehow doesn't go in. Looked like it got batted by a defender. Now Poole.
Tell you, Corey, Schoenrock's playing, the Salem goalie's playing a really nice game. A lot of point-blank saves. Using the post to his advantage. Oof. Just
Couldn't
as soon
catch
as
up
I
to
say
that
it.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. He has had a good game. But Helton picks a corner there and buries.
Yeah, good movement again. Ball came from behind, up, skip pass up into the middle. Defense all has to turn around, keep up with the ball, and react to Helton, who's already running downhill. Put one in the corner. Nice shot.
Man, it was great movement, too. Gaffney was top left of the keeper. Again, scrambling defense, found Helton. Helton decided just to pull the trigger, and that found the top left corner. Offside high for Schoenrock, the lefty. Here. Oof. Roberto puts it right in his basket.
Yeah.
I like the aggressiveness, right? He wins the face-off, goes right down, but nobody came to him, so I just prefer that shot either go on the ground or be a little bit more competitive.
Yeah, did everything right except for the finish.
And Rashawn now with the ground ball. Sees Purnell, back to the midfield. One more. Kaliza finishes, nicely done. Bennett Matthews. To Kaliza. Kaliza finishes. And just like that, 2 quick goals makes it 4-1. Still not quite what we expected from the first half, but a little better in the last minute and a half of play.
Yeah, and that fast break was an example of this team really having the ability to have crisp passing, fast, good decision making. Matthews could have taken that shot from 10 yards out, but decided to pass it to Kaliza 2 yards out, and it's just such a better play. So it's good to see they have it. Want to see it more.
Yeah, I love to see that decision by Matthews again. Perfect job drawing a defender and finding Kaliza on the doorstep. Well done by the youngster. Ball gets batted out of bounds here by Bedford. The Blue Devils pick it up. Trying to dodge everybody is Hughes. Finally gets out of his stick. Helton will pick it up. Gets whacked a couple times. Helton finds Kaliza. Can't get the twister to go. Tried to wrap it around Schoenrock. Just wide left. But the Bulldogs putting some offensive pressure here late in the first half.
He almost had the English. Right-hand side going over his head to the left. Bounce it back. Not quite. Like a pool player.
That's true.
What do they call it? The masse?
Yeah, the masse. There it is.
Yeah.
A little spin on the cue ball. Cue ball didn't cooperate this time.
That's right. Good hustle, though. Backed it up. Bedford gets possession again.
I believe Bedford's going to take a timeout here. They were in possession. 24.7 seconds left in the first half. Coach Bordeaux wants to talk it over, get a good shot here before the horn sounds for halftime. If you're enjoying today's game, think about listening into other Bedford High School sports on WBNH. It's easy to listen to Bedford 105.1 online. Go to wbnh.bedfordnh.org for the stream link. We also stream on apps like Tune in, MyTuner, Simple Radio, and Radio Garden. Just tell Alexa to play Bedford 105.1.
Hey, Alexa.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Yeah, I was just thinking, Corey, kind of the pros and cons here. The Bedford team has really had some flashes of really stellar lacrosse, moving the ball around. They're absolutely riding with energy, which as a coach you always want to see. And the other thing we haven't talked about is the defense has really prohibited Salem from getting into any set plays. They've really stopped that momentum. So it's really all kind of those 50-50 uneven balls. So, all in all, things to work on here for Coach Bordeaux. But you would like to see them capitalize here with 24 seconds left, end of the half.
What are you looking for? A wheel play on the backside, trying to get a righty time and space?
That's exactly right. It's get the ball around, hope 3/4 of the way, get it behind, and then what you end up doing is crashing from the wing, someone going right to the goal, and then someone stepping down from up top. So the person feeding can either go inside with a doorstop shot, or a person kind of leaning downhill with a really hard crank shot righty. So it's what motion does for you. Get you those open looks and those decisions.
Purnell, go ahead.
I was just saying, I need a whiteboard to show everybody. We got to go live.
You got to get the telestrator. BCTV crew, let's get the telestrator in here next time. I'm not quite sure it's in the budget. Purnell will start with the ball. Goal line extended to the right. You're going to work a two-man play. Griffin takes the handoff. Looks for the feed from behind. Kuliza coming off some picks. Holds it. Can't get the twister to go. Schoenrock got a piece of it. Well done. 5 seconds to go. Henrishon misses the bat. Kerr misses the ground ball. Time will expire. They got a good opportunity. Schoenrock got a piece of it. Keeps the score 4-1. But the Bulldogs, with 2 late goals, extended out to a 3-goal lead. We'll take a 10-minute break and join you for second half action here from Bedford High School, Division I lacrosse action, as the Bulldogs host the Blue Devils. And welcome back to Bedford High School, Bedford, New Hampshire. The Bulldogs taking on the visiting Salem Blue Devils, and they lead 4-1 at halftime. It was a struggle for the Bulldogs offense throughout most of the first half, some sloppy play, but they did get 2 late goals in the first half to make it feel a little bit better for the Bulldogs as they went into the break. Jay, what are you looking for here as we start the second half?
Basics, fundamentals, pass, catch. The Bulldogs definitely can generate offense when they can string some passes together, get it behind, get the defense moving, and really take advantage of the step-down shots. On the other side, I want to see the defense continue with the pressure, a lot of knockdown balls, a lot of active sticks. It's really, to be honest, the defense is keeping them in this game from a momentum standpoint.
The Bulldogs control the face-off up quick. Here's Hadley. He'll pull the trigger and score. Nick Hadley starts off the second half with some fire. Berrien, top right. Bennett Matthews will get the assist. And the Bulldogs quickly, 8 seconds into the second half here, extend out to a 4-goal lead, 5-1. That's the way to start a half.
Yeah, you got it. It's like death, taxes, and a long stick taking a shot on a fast break. You knew he was going to shoot it, and good on him for putting it actually stick side high, but this goalie tends to go down, and Hadley caught him up top.
Tough to track that, too, coming out of the long stick for the goalies. Matthews flicks it forward. We might get another one here if Riccio can get free. Gets the ground ball. Passes it up. Oh, Kaliza can't squeeze it on the doorstep. And the Bulldogs turn it over. Great hustle by Riccio to stay with that ground ball and find Kaliza on the doorstep.
Yeah, Coach Bordeaux's got to use those long sticks a little more to get him in the offense, starting to pass and catch, assists, and goals.
Atkins here, knocked down. Out on the break, Purnell. Kaliza, one-on-one, buries. Purnell will get the assist. Kaliza gets his hat trick. And 2 quick goals in the first minute of play in the second half has the Bulldogs with a 6-1 lead.
Yeah, great way to start the second half. Dalton Roberto doing really nice things in the faceoff X and actually caused that turnover with a nice little body check there. doing the little things to fill the stat sheet. But, like to see him get involved in the game.
Plays a little D-midi here and there, mostly a face-off guy. But, yeah, you're right. Good body check, got the ball on the turf. Got it going the Bulldogs' way. And now he wins another face-off. Purnell to the middle. Again, another pole. Will take a shot. Misses wide. This time it was Sam Durso. We get a flag. I believe behind the play. I'm not quite sure I saw what that was, but
yeah, they might have got him on a high hit. I think Durso kind of fell as he shot and took a hit. Might have been a high cross check or something, Corey. I'm not sure. Either way, the long poles are coming this second half with the offense. Love to see it.
Love to see it. To fill the viewers in, Jay and I both play long pole, so
that's right.
So we love to see it.
Sometimes you got to remind those short sticks how to do it.
Of course, of course. Good handle here by Matthews. Bulldogs into their offense. Matthews backside. Daldo can't squeeze it. Hustles for the ground ball. Purnell picks it up. Toscano draws one. Matthews now backside. Kaliza rips too far outside. 30-second penalty is up. We're back to 6-on-6. 10:34 to go in the third quarter. Two quick goals here in the second half. Have the Bulldogs ahead 6-1. Purnell looks middle. Kaliza buries. Purnell again feeding Kaliza. Kaliza has 4 now. Purnell's third assist. And the Bulldogs are up 7-1.
Yeah, really nice find by Purnell. Lefty shot by Kaliza. I tell you, Corey, this is the type of stuff a coach just grinds into you. Make the easy pass. Make the easy pass. You can see the eyes getting a little bit ahead of the sticks here, and it's nice to see in the last couple plays, Bedford's really been trying to make the easy pass, find the easy open cutter. That's what's going to get them goals.
The Bulldogs had 4 goals in the first half. They have 3 goals in the first minute and 35 seconds of the third quarter. So perhaps Coach Bordeaux had some magic on his tongue for the offense at halftime.
Probably talking about Newt Rockney or someone.
Giving a Jim Valvano speech.
That's right.
Family, religion, and the Green Bay Packers. Poole drives hard, gets a step, can't quite get high enough. Kaliza will chase down the shot and earn possession for the Bulldogs, and now he has numbers as the defender was a little out of position. Antonetti gets back in. Now the Bulldogs will drive from up high. Gaffney runs through a check. I love the energy. Stops Schoenrock. Good save, Schoenrock getting down for that. As Gaffney, as you mentioned, got downhill with some energy and some momentum. But Schoenrock was true to the task.
Yeah, such a great way to start a possession, though. Coming in hard, fast, running downhill. That defender's standing there almost flat-footed. They have to stop, turn, and go backwards. So good to see that energy.
Nice trail check here by Tedesco on Helton. But you're right, that forces the defense to react, right? You either have to check hard, you have to come with the double. That energy creates problems, and problems here for the Bulldogs defense is that it's a 5-on-3, and they do well to catch up with it. Kerr tries to get away with the ground ball. It does go over the end line, but the Bulldogs at least delay things and allow their defense to get on the field.
Yeah, again, good active sticks, going after, extending. Bedford got the ball on the ground. Unlucky they didn't get the call, but that's okay. They'll start again here on defense.
And Kerr extending pressure, bats the ball out of bounds. Ooh. Wow, they call it off of blue. I thought for sure Kerr's the one that hit that one. He tries to dodge 2 people. Ball comes out. He gets back right in the play. Goes for an over the head. Great check there. Spencer Hendershot, or excuse me, that's Sheridan, picks it out of the air.
Yeah, another active stick.
Stick in the passing lane is just anticipating where that ball's going to be. Try to hit Matthews through the middle, but Kerr's pass is a little off target. Try to get the cutter through the midfield. The check's going to draw a flag, so the Bulldogs will be man down here. So got a little bit sloppy here in the last 2.5 minutes. The Bulldogs came out firing 3 quick goals to start the third quarter. Last 4 minutes or so, 2.5 minutes or so have been a little bit sloppy. And now the Salem Blue Devils will go on the extra man. 7-1 is your score, 8:07 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, a lot of sloppiness. Actually, Corey, I attribute to a lot of the players not moving their feet. Kerr tried to hit a 30-yard pass standing still to a teammate running hard. You got to move your feet in this game of lacrosse, otherwise you're going to be late or off.
Backside pass here, tipped by Sheridan. Great hustle. Riccio's mixing it up at the midfield line, and he comes away with the ground ball. He's got numbers now, 3-on-2. Death, taxes, and a long stick taking a shot. Purnell scoops it up and finishes unassisted. Purnell gets his first goal of the game. Rebound came out hard from Schoenrock, and Purnell was there to scoop and score.
Yeah, really nice hustle goal there. 2 sophomores coming in and getting it home. But I love Riccio running hard, being able to dig in through that ball, but still have the wherewithal to go in and create the odd man situation for his offensive team. And Purnell comes in and cleans it up.
Pushing the pace of play.
Let's go, Big Blue.
And that has been something we've seen a lot more here in the third quarter than we saw in the first half.
Yeah.
They've equaled their output from the entire first half in the first 4.5 minutes. Another turnover here, though. 7:25 to go in the third quarter. 8-1 is your score. The Bulldogs have jumped out and padded their lead in the early third quarter.
When I was a young buck learning lacrosse, we used to talk about treating the lacrosse ball like gold, and I think that's what this team has to go back to. Take care of it because it'll do you good things if you have it.
Value possessions. Salem does not value it here enough. Running away from pressure here is Evan Sabati getting his first run of the game. Rolls away from pressure. Toscano comes to help. They get their first line midfield on. Griffin presses the action. Draws the pole. Poole behind. First time in a while we've seen settled offense for either side. Matthews pulls, hits 2 pipes. I believe he got crossbar and the left post, but it comes out.
You get double points for that.
Rattled the cage. You saw the whole cage shake there and won't get the credit. Griffin will take and miss. It's all right. Good righty sweep dodge. Don't mind him pulling the trigger there, trying to aim for corners.
Yeah, you're right, Corey. This type of possession, though, is just good for a team. Get you run, get you moving. And another bad pass, unfortunately, is a turnover for Bedford.
Let's go, Blue.
So Salem will have it near midfield. They should make them get it way back up to midfield, but it looks like Chain is going to start right near the restraining box. And Rashawn going heavy, stumbles. They blow the whistle. Wow. I'm not quite sure I understood that. Was that a word call or?
I think it was a hold of some kind. That
With
was
the ball?
Yeah, I'm not sure how you hold someone with the ball.
I don't know. Well, Bedford gets the benefit of that call. Matthews looks down low. Purnell. Kaliza hits the pipe. Near side. Post Malone, another appearance. Chasing it out. Great hustle is Poole. And earns possession for the Bulldogs.
If you recall, Corey, last time we talked on this fine broadcast, we were talking about sabermetrics. So I got 2 for you. Number of posts for Bedford.
Okay.
And knocked down passes by the defense. Those would be game-changing indicators that we could use.
Kevin Sheridan leading the way, of course, with that. He's got to have at least 4, if not more, for the batted balls Kaliza finishes from Poole this time. Poole gets in the stat book with an assist, and Kaliza has 5 now. And to finish that thought, number of pipes, probably 4 or 5, I'm guessing.
At least, yeah, I think so.
Getting good shots, beating the goalie, just a game of inches, right?
Yeah.
Bulldogs have jumped out in the third quarter, scoring more goals here in the first 7 minutes than they did the entire first half. Salem looks like they want to take a timeout, so we will take a pause. With the Bulldogs up 9-1, 5:04 left in the third quarter. Quick review of upcoming games for everybody. Again, the lacrosse team that you're watching right now will be playing on Wednesday, May 10th at Marblehead, Massachusetts. They will take on the Magicians. Ooh, like that one, huh? Wow. The Marblehead Magicians. That's a new one. They used to be something else. Maybe the Headers?
I want to see that mascot picture.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to be that mascot.
Yeah, I mean, you have the Salem Witches in Massachusetts. That makes a lot of sense on the North Shore. But the Magicians, that's a little unusual.
Yeah.
Anyway, the boys lacrosse team will be traveling there on Wednesday. Unfortunately, Jay and I will not have coverage for you, but we will be bringing the game to you courtesy of Marblehead Community Access Media. Face-off 4:30. Then next Monday we'll have the same team, boys lacrosse, taking on the visiting Exeter Bluehawks, 6:45 p.m. Baseball team next Wednesday will take on the visiting Wyndham Jaguars, 4:15 first pitch. Softball Thursday next week. They'll take on Manchester Central Memorial Combined Team at 4 p.m. first pitch. Girls lacrosse Friday, May 26th. They'll take on Newburyport, the Clippers, at 6:30 p.m. for the draw. They were able to beat the Portsmouth Clippers. Great game last week, and a huge one in Division I girls lacrosse action. Bulldogs have now beat BG and Portsmouth, sitting quite pretty in Division I rankings, and will take a strong record into the rest of the season and hopefully into playoffs. You can catch all these games locally on Comcast Channel 23 or HD 1072, BedfordTV.com, or the BCTV app. We've talked about that a few times. We're seeing a new goalie in the cage for the Bulldogs. Ethan Kahn, the freshman, is going to step in between the pipes for the last 17 minutes of play. Good to see Ethan getting some PT. New face-off, although Roberto, while not taking the face-off, comes away with the face-off ground ball. Tries to feed Kaliza. Now Roberto gets stoned. Schoenrock standing tall in his crease. Batted down by Purnell. Shoots wide, backed up by Salem.
Very nice save by the goalie from Salem. Schoenrock stood tall, stoned a point-blank shot.
It's good to see Parker O'Toole in there for the face-off for the Bulldogs. Running through checks here is Hughes. Little wrap check by Riccio, got a lot of stick. The ball stayed in, though. This is Atkins, gets it back up top for Poirier. Far side. Chain behind to Leahy.
A couple new players. Looks like Durso's out there.
Soden getting some run at D-Midi.
Dylan
Flag
Soden.
down. It looks like Kerr might get a slash call. Good help by Chain. Gets top side, presses the action. Good hustle. Shot gets batted down in the middle. Not quite sure why they blew that dead. That should have been possession when they call the foul. But 3:50 to go, I believe. Kerr will go in the box and feel shame for whacking somebody with his stick.
Yeah, he's been active all game. That time he got a little too overzealous, but I like the energy. He's a kid too that moves his feet, with his stick. That's so important at this age. You can't do one and not the other and be successful.
Kerr frequently being successful with that strategy. Love to see it. And because his feet are so active, it lets him get active with the stick, too.
Yeah, Bedford extending way out on this man down.
Shot here, eaten up. Tot on the shot, and Khan true to the task. Sabati will look to dodge some defenders. Rolls away from pressure here. Gets the feet moving. One man clear. Now Sabati will need to step it in. Draws Hughes, throwing some wrap checks here. They finally touch it in.
Yeah, really nice play from the extension on defense to get the ball. Easy save and the one-man clear. Good to see it.
Poole dishes to Matthews. Matthews will take it behind. Trying to kill off this penalty, and it is done. Back to 6-on-6. Matthews to Kaliza. Can't make the connection. Great play by Sheridan. No over and back there as he reached over the midfield line with his long stick. Kept the ball on the offensive side, so no over and back there. Poole, little shimmy shake there. Ticking down to 2 minutes to go. Toscano in the middle. Kaliza wide. Purnell with the backup.
Yeah, good movement, though. Toscano had a little bit of a step. Instead of firing from outside, found Kaliza pretty much wide open.
Purnell gets downhill. Saves Schoenrock. Sits on it. Laying an egg right there in the middle. Kept it out of the crease, or kept it out of the goal. Now Durso. Great ground ball. Kaliza looks for cutters. Durso says, give it back, bro. Long stick getting down the field. You got to reward him.
Putting in the work. You got to pay the big men.
Now Toscano. Kaliza again, and this time it's good. Toscano's second assist. Kaliza, sixth goal. 1:39 to go in the third quarter. And the Bulldogs, with a dominating third quarter, have jumped out to a 10-1 lead.
Yeah, and you really look at it. If they're watching film tomorrow, coach is going to point to a couple key areas where a lot of these goals have come from very simple plays. Hard work on a ground ball, one or two easy passes, not, massive, triple. Yeah, sorry, new folks coming in, but, not skips behind the backs and all those types of things. The goals are coming when they have patience and make the right play. Definitely a lot of things for Coach Bordeaux to point to work on and make more consistent in their game plan.
Back to the face-off X. Roberto, uncharacteristically this evening, loses the draw. Chases the ball down backside. Atkins with the GB. William Gabri is checked in for the Bulldogs on the defensive end. Chain feeds the middle, score. Quick play to Jeremy Poirier. He'll pick up the goal on the assist from Chain.
Yeah, a little confusion on the crease of the Bulldogs side of the field. Salem was able to take advantage. And that's, again, another example of, for those out there, watching the play unfold from behind is really an offensive weapon because it makes the defense have to not only watch the ball, but turn and watch behind them. And that's just really hard when you're able to move the ball pretty crisply.
The Blue Devils take advantage of that strategy. Put their second goal on the board. Chain with the assist. Poirier, Jeremy Poirier with the goal. Hadley comes away with the following ground ball. Purnell kicks it around a little bit. Good job to play the body first, scoop it up. And now Helton tries to get downhill. Good D there by the Salem Blue Devils. That's Tedisco whacking away. Kaliza in the middle, stepping high. Purnell will get the dunk. Kaliza, first assist of the game, helping out Purnell. Gets his second goal of the game.
Yeah, Kaliza's done a really nice job operating in that middle area of the crease, 5-6 yards out, right in the middle. And he's been able to catch a couple easy ones and then been able to pass off and benefit a friend on a goal too. So really nice action in that middle of the crease there by Kaliza.
Not the fastest player, but he's quick enough to get some room and has the stick skills to make those catches in tight.
That's right. That's all about the stick skills there. Just short passes and knowing where you want to go with the ball.
6 goals and 1 assist for Kaliza on the evening.
30 seconds!
As you heard so nicely pointed out by one of the Salem fans, just 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Save here, Khan at his feet. Got the stick down. Gabri up the middle. Climbing the ladder near side here. Gaffney drives hard, tries to get the shot off and scores. Gaffney beats the clock. 0.5 left on the clock and gets a goal. Puts the Bulldogs up 10, 12-2.
Yeah, that's just a nice play all around. Coming from Khan and the extension of the defense, really creating some pressure. Save, and then Gaffney, a nice little individual effort to come down. And I got to tell you, I think the fans actually helped him here, counting down.
100% agree.
Good game awareness.
I totally agree. Good game awareness by the fans, helping him out. They climb the ladder nicely along the near side here, hitting the next person up the field. Ball moves a lot faster than the feet, and then Gaffney did the rest of the job. Horn sounds, third quarter is in the books. The Bulldogs, with an 8-goal third quarter, have pushed the score out to a 12-2 advantage.
Yeah, really nice quarter by the Bulldogs here, being able to turn it around after a halftime that was somewhat sluggish.
Definitely sluggish. Unfortunately, the Bedford softball team was sluggish later in their game. That was tied 2-2. They ended up losing 16-4 against Pinkerton. A couple of other scores from Division I lacrosse. Bishop Girton dominated Londonderry 15-4, and Pinkerton won by 10 over Concord 14-4.
Isn't that a good thing for a baseball, softball team to be sluggish?
I guess. Sluggish, not slow. Sluggish, like
slugging,
wielding the bats. I got you. I got you.
I don't know much about baseball, softball.
They do keep track of slugging percentage, so yeah. Sluggish is different than slugging, I guess.
Yeah. Slugger.
Yeah, anyway. They lost.
Something to think about, yeah.
If you're enjoying the game, you can check out more BHS sports action from Bedford Community TV on your Apple TV and Roku. You can also watch on Amazon Fire TV via the Cablecast ScreenWeave app. Download the app to watch the next game live on your big screen at home. And also want to mention that BCTV has an app itself, so live channels and on-demand content are now easier to access at your fingertips than ever before. Bedford Community Television is available for free download on Apple iOS and Android. Download the Bedford Community Television app from your app store today. Today, Maury, today. So we'll head into the fourth quarter. Again, the Bulldogs came out quite strongly there in the third quarter. Popped it out to a 10-goal lead. And we're seeing some substitutions, particularly for the Bulldogs, as looks like Durso, Gabri, and
Frangilio, I think.
Frangilio.
Tommy Frangilio. Frangilio, excuse
will be
me.
on attack. Let's see. Looks like we might have Avendroth out there as well. You know that kid?
Yeah, little guy. Good to
He's
see him
out there on the far wing. Master de Casa, near wing. It's good to see the Bulldogs getting some of their less frequently used players out there. Master de Casa comes up with the ground ball. Loses it quickly. Durso comes out. Gets after the loose ball. And now Roberto. Scrappy as ever on the ground ball. Good check here by the Blue Devils. Now Poole will try to settle things down. He's going to need to step it in. They do give him credit for it there.
Yeah, good man ball on that ground ball there, where one person goes after the man, the other the ball, but without interference. You got to disengage before the ball is picked up. Nice work between the two of them.
Fundamentals that you talked about as we led into the second half. That's a lacrosse fundamental right there, man ball. They did it well. Schoenrock here looking for the cutter through midfield. Can't make the connection, and Blue Devils turn it over. Through the midfield here, the Bulldogs return the favor. Couple hits through the midfield. Helton laying the lumber as usual. Avoids a couple checks. Stings the corner. Wow. Individual effort there by Brody Helton.
Yeah, well-earned goal. Starts with the disruption, a little body check, kept in control, and then his feet did the rest. Nice shot.
That's one for his highlight reel there. Great job, Helton.
Looking pretty shifty for a big guy there.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Twinkle toes out there. I'm not sure if that's his nickname normally, but it might be after that play.
That's right. New moniker.
10:56 to go in the game. The Bulldogs up 13-2. They've really broken it out here in the second half. Tight game early in the game. Much of the first quarter was either tied or only up one, and Kaliza is going to get another. Quick ball movement off the face-off. Kaliza buries from Purnell, I believe, again.
Yeah, it was, and the hockey assist to Riccio. Really nice textbook face-off all the way down to the easy dunk on the doorstep.
Bang it around. Keep the ball hot. Find the open guy right on the doorstep, and Kaliza's been that guy frequently. 7 goals and 1 assist, and we've entered running time here in the fourth quarter. 14-2 is your score. Just over 10 minutes to go in the game. Riccio picks up another ground ball on an Roberto win.
He's hunting for the goal.
He was. Coach Bordeaux is going to say, give it up, old man, give it up. Good ground ball here, Kaliza. Poole will take it behind. Beats his defender. Slide comes, and they'll settle things down. This is Cole Wolfinger. First appearance, finds off Cole Deals, the Cole-to-Cole connection.
Good to see these guys getting some run.
Absolutely. This is Evan Capello. Good check by the Blue Devils, gets the ball out and on the ground. Capello getting some run. Antonetti here will clear it out for the Blue Devils. Runs through a couple checks. Down low. Chain will fire. Stoned Kahn with the save. Gave up the rebound and gave up the goal. Scrappy play by Ryan Poirier.
Good job, guys. Good work.
Sophomore will get the goal on the GB and scoop and score.
Yeah, really nice play by Salem, keeping after that ground ball. Bedford maybe caught a little bit flat-footed there. Gave Salem a little bit of a gimme on the doorstep. I do think you had it, though, Corey. It feels like the team is playing a little bit more at ease, loosened up a bit, because these goals are coming in bunches.
They sure are. They sure are. Confidence created by that confidence is giving them some opportunities.
Would you say confidence begets confidence?
Okay, absolutely. Just over 8 to go. 14-3 is your score. Ground ball again picked up by the Bulldogs. Guess who? Roberto on the faceoff. As you heard from our perfectly placed microphone at midfield, the official calls offside. Coach Bordeaux tries to play some games on the backside to say, no, you were wrong, but the official says, no, I was right. Turnover, Bedford. 7.5 to go in the game.
You got to be sure of yourself as an official. Can't back down.
They teach him to count forward. He knew what was going on. Master de Casa runs over, gets the defensive midfielder on. Running right through a couple checks. Well done, Tot, but then getting some body from Helton, I believe, who will get a penalty on this one. Ground ball still getting worked around. Finally coming back for the ground ball is Durso, but I believe Helton will go for illegal body contact, 1 minute.
Yeah, a bit of a scrum there, prolonged scrum. Salem player Ryan Tot really ran through a couple sticks. Nice. We talked about the Bedford team getting good looks when they're running downhill. He was able to create a little bit of his own action by doing so.
Little burst of energy. Gave Salem an opportunity, and now, despite not getting a shot off, they do have an extra man chance here. And again, the Bulldogs extending out defense. Jamming the crease, trying a little wraparound, but shots too high.
Very nice handle, though, by Hannon.
Sabati had him wrapped up. Surprised they didn't call something there, perhaps a penalty, but no doing. Chain. Stick in the passing lane. Guess who that was?
Another one.
Kevin Sheridan, number 4.
Another one for the statistician to count.
Statistician's going to be busy with this. Into the middle. Good D there by Sabati. Wrapping up the crease attacker. Kahn comes away with the ground ball. And Henrishon will look to clear.
Yeah, really nice collapse on the crease there. Salem tried to jam it in, and Bedford was able to collapse really quickly, get the ball on the ground.
Speaking of the ball on the ground, Wolfinger couldn't handle the first one, but picks it up here. Steps into the offensive box. Gets it down low to John Frangillo. Wolfinger pulls the trigger and beans a defender right on high crease. That didn't feel good. Ball's getting batted around there. I believe that's Gaffney coming away with it. No, that's 22, not 23. That's Cole Deal. A little sloppy here in the last couple minutes of play. Coming away with it here is Atkins. One man clear, gets it up to Tot. Can't make the clean connection. Good roll away from pressure there by Tot. Guess who batted another ball?
Good stick. Another Sheridan knockdown.
Kevin Sheridan gets his stick on another ball. We're going to get a push from behind by Salem here, so the Bulldogs will pick it up. 4:26 to go in the game, leading 14-3. Tyler Daldo's ready to go.
Yeah, a little bit frenetic here, but new guys getting out. They got to go through their jitters as well. Like to see the hustle, though. Again, always when the coach goes to this this part of the lineup, want to see these guys running hard, and they are.
Dotto rip. Schoenrock with the save. And White is offsides again. The rear official makes the call. 7 in the offensive end. So they turn it over. Was it either offside or too many men? Either way, the Bulldogs will turn it over.
Yeah, it must have been.
Looked like they had 3 defenders back, so. Blue Devils bring it out of their own end. They're going to turn it over. Ooh, maybe not. Bulldogs had the opportunity there. Can't scoop up the GB. So now Henry Griffin will try to settle things down for Salem. Good cut, good catch, good trail check. Sabati chased down Jeremy Poirier. One of 2 goals for, 3 goals for the Salem Blue Devils. Now Sheridan trying to keep possession, high pressure. Good push there. No call. Loose ball push will be called on Henrishon, though. Kind of obvious. Blue Devils get the ball back, just under 3 to go. They trail 14-3.
Yeah, good team defense by the Bulldogs. Maybe a little bit sloppy, but they're helping each other slide into the ball. Sometimes two people go into the ball.
Kahn here with a save. Chain bouncer right into Kahn's basket. Flash the butterfly net, makes another save. Bulldogs will get it through midfield.
Good patience on that clear. Really took their time, found the open men, let their team substitute.
Now Deal right down the pipe, save Schoenrock. Anticipated the bounce shot and was down on it. Pass through the midfield here, batted around. Griffin picks it up. Back up top. This is Atkins. Good D there by Sy. Luke Sy does well here as a short stick midfielder. A lot of times opposing players underestimate his defensive skills. Does well here again, keeping Atkins out. Ground ball, batted around in the middle. Kahn, almost picked up and scored by Leahy. But his shot doesn't find the angle. Sheridan comes out of the pack, gets triple teamed, passes it up quickly. This is Soden now. Getting chased from behind. Tries to hit the point man. Pass a little wayward. Daldo, save Schoenrock.
Nice save.
Stick side high, Schoenrock. He was moving, but still was able to make the save. Under a minute to go. Henrichon. Ball gets checked out of his stick. And the sloppiness continues. But that'll just about do it. The Bulldogs are going to come away with victory. They hold an 11-goal lead with just over 30 seconds to go. They'll move their record to 7-2 on the season and extend their win streak to 5. The Blue Devils will drop another game here. We get a late flag. Another 2 flags. Although a little unnecessary roughness at the end. I believe that'll run out the clock. The Blue Devils will drop to 2-5 as they ran into a second half buzzsaw. Kept it close in the first half, but that third quarter really put it away for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, good. It's not how you start, it's how you end. I think the Bulldogs can be happy about that second half and what they put together.
Closing thoughts, sir.
Yeah, like I said, it's, gosh, as a coach, a lot to work on. Get a big wall, find it, and let's start doing ball drills here, boys. But otherwise, I really like to see the resiliency, being able to turn it around and get some goals flowing in the second half.
So the Bulldogs win it. 14-3 is your final. Lead scorers for the Bulldogs, Derek Kaliza, as we mentioned, 7 goals, 1 assist. Luke Purnell had a day as well, 2 goals, 4 assists. Smattering in goals by Hadley, Matthews, Brody Helton with 2. Gaffney also had a goal in there. Well done by the Bulldogs. Goals for Salem were by Brennan Chain, Ryan Poirier, and Jeremy Poirier. That'll do it for the BCTV crew. Andrew Fenn on camera. Jay Abendraw joined me here in the booth. I'm Corey Munstertiger. We'll join you next time for Bedford High School Sports. Have a great night.